Well, of course, I mean, when you smoke a cigar,
with ash holes.
It'd be cool. You put the cigar in, and then you
start the fucking video.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Artie the Cigar Guy here on Smoke Signals. I'm joined today by my good buddy, I Post Alone, and we're going to be talking cigars and a whole bunch of other shit. So stay tuned here on City World Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. What's up, Post?
What's up, brother? Thank you for having me back on again.
Oh, thank you so much for saying yes. Yo, when I messaged you and you were like, yeah, let's do it, I was mad hype, dude. You cannot even imagine.
I feel the same, brother. As a token of my appreciation, I brought you a little present.
So did I. We're actually doing a gift exchange. Let's do it.
All right. Here, I brought this present for
All
you.
Right.
You caught a glimpse of it earlier. But
it's okay. I have a good eye. I can't blame you.
You should tell your audience what's in there.
So Post actually got me a Puro de Oro collection. Now, is this all different sizes?
Yeah, so it's 4 different Puro de
exactly
Oros.
What this is.
So you got a little one, a quick one, and you got a nice big fat one that you can sit down and enjoy.
So yours, you can't open.
Oh, and it has a Post Alone sticker closing it. That's awesome.
Now, I think you know what it is because I did kind of post it already online.
Yeah.
But this box, unfortunately, you can't open because I want you to do an unboxing video.
Hell yeah.
Of that box. Now,
Done.
I did post some of the cigars that are on there online, but there's some stuff that you haven't seen. And there's some really special stuff in there that... So, okay, do you remember the Cadron?
Yeah, of course I remember that.
It's not in there. Sorry to burst your bubble.
I understand.
But what happened is, just for the viewers, I had a Cohiba and a Padron that I unfurled them, and then I put them together, fused them together.
Okay.
And I had leftovers.
Oh.
Like on the tips, right? You got to... Oh, look at
Just
this Puro de Oro. Oh, that's...
Aren't those pretty?
They are. And also, guys, the Puro de Oros are discontinued.
Yes.
So here's the thing about them, right? So they were not discontinued because they didn't sell well. They actually sold extremely well. It's just the wrapper that was used, they ran out of it, and producing it again was such a hassle.
You can still get them, though.
You can get them.
There are a few boxes out there.
There's a really a lot of them out there. So if you I find a lot of shops just have them kind of hiding in the back.
Exactly.
Like where I worked Cigar Inn, I know they still have them too.
Yeah.
I have a couple in my humidor that I bought from my old job.
So there's one Vitola in there called Notables. I was lucky enough over here at Davidoff Madison Avenue. They had a box. I picked it up. So if you look on the bottom, the band on the bottom says the name of the Vitola. One of them is Notables, the big one.
Yeah, nice.
So I managed to get my hands on a box.
So listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I use Bovitas.
I know.
And I use
Try this.
Cigar Oasis. Now,
Try Humusmart.
No, what I'm holding in my hand, I want to discuss it because this is important stuff. So I've seen these guys fairly new, I would say. They came out recently. Now, this is something interesting. I've never held one in my hand. Is this fresh, the pack I'm holding?
I think it is because I opened it just for you.
Okay. So it's hard. It's not like
it's not like Boveda.
I'm trying to figure out.
This is fresh.
This is fresh.
So when it starts to get older, it starts to get like bubbles in it. You'll feel it.
Interesting.
You'll feel it. It's completely different from Boveda.
It's not. That's what I was about to say. It's not like the gel or
anything.
anything.
They use salt like gel that looks a little bit like semen. This is like a sponge.
Okay.
with some kind of wrapper. It's 100% natural, biodegradable. This is. They claim that this is the only natural way of humidifying your cigars other than distilled water.
And I guess, like asking what's inside here.
I have no idea. I haven't opened one. I opened up a Boveda. I haven't opened this guy up yet, but I will. I will be opening it up. And I gave you stickers.
Very nice. Very nice. Let me ask you this. How long have you used Humusmart?
A month now, and I'm happy with it so far.
You are happy with it?
See, I don't know how long they last. I can't tell you, it'll last you 2, 3 months, a year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I've only been using it a month. So far, I'm happy. Very happy. The humidity has been very steady. And I don't get paid to say this.
No, I know.
I'm saying it because I actually like the product. And I think they created a better mousetrap.
I got you. Okay. So Now this is an 8-grammer. I'm guessing that they come in
4 grams, 30 grams, 60 grams.
Let me ask you this: so when I use Bovitas, when I noticed this, sometimes if a cigar was too close, maybe even touching the Bovita pack, it would get a slight discoloration on the side of the cigar. Yeah. Have you noticed anything like that with these? How do you keep them? Do you keep them
same way I kept Bovitas?
Which is what? Did you keep them on the side, on top of the cigars?
Both, all of the above. I keep them like in let's say a box wooden humidor. I would have them on the sides, on the bottom, and on top.
Oh, jeez.
So they're surrounded by humidity. So this way you don't have cigars that are, the cigars on the left aren't getting any humidity while all the cigars on the right are getting all the humidity.
Interesting.
I like to even it out so all the cigars have perfectly even, 69% humidity.
Damn, you take it way more seriously than I do.
Oh,
What I do is
man.
I just take a cedar and I just throw a Bovita on top of the cedar. But now I'm gonna
it depends how many you have.
Well, I have a ton of humidors, so I'll just take probably my Cuban humidor, which is the one that I kind of like tend to favor.
Yeah.
So I'll switch it over. Yeah, I'll switch it over to the Humistart because
try it.
I said start Humismart. I'm sorry.
Humismart.
Yeah.
And a really nice guy. The owner. I spoke to him on Instagram. Mm-hmm. He supports our community, like all the cigar influencers. He wants to work with us.
Yeah, I noticed that they're very big on Instagram.
Us,
yeah, and that's great.
They care about us actually.
That's super important. I mean,
and if you want to try it before you buy it, he's down with that too.
Well, no, listen, I mean, I'm unemployed right now, but I'm not broke. So if he's going to support the community, I'd love to support the business back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been good.
Again, and also you brought up a good point earlier. They're all natural and organic, and I feel like tobacco, is it?
Biodegradable,
Sick.
Yeah.
Tobacco is also not tobacco, I should say. Cigar tobacco is also all natural, like organic products.
And
so
you should have something all natural, humidifying it. If you're using distilled water, that's the best route. But distilled water, it's impossible to control the humidity. You put in distilled water, if it's giving you, let's say, 73%, that you're not going to change it to 70.
Gotcha.
It has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
And I don't like 73. I like to keep my humidity lower. I like 65% with my cigars.
Me too.
Right, I like them a little on the dry side. That's what I prefer. But if you're okay with distilled water and you're happy with 72-73%, do you. But if you're using Bovita, I think Humismart might be a better choice.
So listen. Here's the deal. Should I tell you a little bit about what's in there?
Yes, please. I'd love to know.
So I don't want to spoil it too much because
what's in the box?
I want it to be a surprise. I did post some of them on Instagram. You saw. I don't know if you saw the picture.
I did not.
But okay. Well, don't. Don't look for it.
I won't.
It's better that way.
It's a surprise.
In there,
tell me what's this black box? Like, what's this? Did you take this? Was this previously a cigar?
I'm not gonna. You gotta guess. I took off
Honduras. Oh, is this Alec Bradley?
No, it's I Post Alone. You see, it says I Post Alone. I don't see Alec Bradley.
And
anywhere.
AS over here.
That's my initials.
That's the blender. That's the master blender. AS is the master blender.
You see, it did say Alec Bradley there, but I wanted to fuck around a little bit. Yeah, no, you did. This is exactly what it is.
So it says I Post Alone, fine and rare, is handmade in Honduras. This box contains 10 ultra premium cigars.
Handmade in Brooklyn.
Thank you so much,
There's
buddy.
probably like 8 of them.
I'll cherish this forever.
So again, in there's a Cadron.
Nice.
The leftovers
Nice.
that I had, I put them in a wrapper. Maybe so.
Do I need to age it?
You should.
I should.
You should probably let that sit for a while.
All right.
Also,
Artie failed to tell you guys, Donald Trump is on the cover of this thing smoking a cigar. My kind of guy, wearing glasses and smoking a cigar.
I don't know why. I was just bored.
That's
actually,
awesome.
This is what happened. So there's an Alec Bradley sticker there.
Okay.
Right. So every part of every Alec Bradley thing on this box, I wanted to get rid of, but I ran out of your stickers. The last sticker I had was on my travel humidor.
Get you more, buddy.
Yeah, and it was on my travel humidor, and I couldn't take it off, so I decided to just slap that shit on.
Well, I threw in 2 with your Davidoffs, and I'll send you as many as you need.
No problem. I just want to throw one on my humidor. I usually have like all the stickers.
You got it.
So
unlimited.
So also in there is I remember I promised you 3 blends that I wanted you to try.
Open it?
It's your call.
Let's do it.
It's your call.
Let's see.
Do you have a
what
knife?
did Artie get? I Post
Do you have a knife?
Do you have a knife?
I don't have a knife. Anybody got scissors?
No, anybody have a knife? I'll just peel it off. Here,
There
I
you
got
go.
it. The sticker is coming off. If you want, I can peel this sticker off and just give it to you to reuse. I'm kidding. Oh, and there's another Post Alone sticker inside. This. Oh my God.
So it's not
Artie,
it's not the
man.
prettiest shit. And oh damn it, they moved
This
around
is the
a little.
prettiest thing to me.
No,
Can you describe this to your
Yeah.
audience?
So
there's
it's
a cigar in here called Brooklyn.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of different cigars that I blended, and some of the wrappers I had were very toothy, and I couldn't work with it right, so they look a little bit rustic, but they should smoke well. Every single one, I have every single.
Name them.
I have every single blend. in my phone.
What's this big?
The big what?
Big what?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
So-
there's
so-
an Art X instead of Opus X. there's one called Fat Ass.
And
There's
it's
one
that's
called
a
Post.
that's a skinny one.
The Fat Ass is a skinny one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Cadrone 2.
That's the
There's one called Brooklyn, which is looks like it's short and fat, like
Yeah.
a Medio Siglo.
yeah, yeah.
And then 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3 were the original ones that I made for you to taste.
This
So
is gorgeous.
anyway, every single one I have the blend.
Can't wait to smoke them.
So what I would do if I were you is I would let them sit for a little bit because these are
Yeah.
fairly fresh.
Okay.
I mean, the only one that I think you could smoke the soonest is the Cadrone.
Cadrone.
Does
Then I'll be
that?
smoking that.
Yeah. So it's a Nicaraguan binder. I didn't put a wrapper on this one, but it's just a binder with a short filler inside of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now these are not the prettiest cigars.
No,
But I'm assuming
absolutely
they
not.
taste great.
Yeah. I mean, I smoked a couple
Awesome.
before I just to try them out.
And presentation, man. You knocked the presentation out the park. Sweet.
So I mean, you could take that out if you want. I put
No,
this
no,
just
I
so.
like stuff. I like it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, pal. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
but you
I
al-
hope you like my gift as much as I like yours.
Dude, you dab it off. So you kidding me? You know what I mean?
This is a lot of thought went into
just you owe me one unboxing video.
You got it. Yeah, consider
Okay.
it done.
So speaking of this, you wanted to bring this up. Talk about collaboration.
I do.
Kind of like doing a video. So here's what I had in mind. Right.
Shoot.
Again, I really did give this some thought over the last week of just doing this and then sending it to you because iMovies on the phone has this fantastic feature called VoiceOver.
Yeah.
So I
love
wanted to
it.
download one of your videos
And do a voiceover.
and pretend to be you doing a voiceover. Like, here's me doing that retarded shit where I pull out the cigar 3 times in a row, something like that. And I was gonna,
Oh, that's awesome.
I was obviously gonna send it to you before I posted because I don't want to who knows.
That's
I
brilliant.
knew you have a sense of humor, but you don't want to just take
No, I'm
somebody's
down.
shit.
So my thinking on a collaboration was I don't show my face, right?
Mhm.
All I show are the cigars and my hands.
Mhm.
So I was thinking to take it to the next step, right? So instead of me just opening up a box quietly with some background music playing,
Mhm.
why don't you do the unboxing and actually explain what it is we're looking at? Like
Mhm.
give a little history on the brand, explain because you know blends, you roll your own cigars.
And
so
this is going to be
you
from
know
your
what's the-
perspective.
this
So
no,
the-
actually, no. The camera this time would have to be pointed at you, but we can throw something in there that belongs to me, where it's a real collaboration.
Well, no, I mean, so your videos are usually from your perspective.
yeah,
So can't we do the video of me talking about the cigar from your perspective?
we can, but so we wouldn't be looking at your face, your beautiful.
Well, no,
face.
but I mean, when you do the videos, sometimes it's facing up, sometimes it's facing down.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks literally like you're sitting there smoking a cigar. It moves
Yeah,
around a little
yeah.
bit, no, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we can develop
just
it a
because
little bit.
your whole thing, I find, is like
First person
It's like
point of
it's
view.
like POV porn. Yeah,
POV.
it's like
Yeah, porn,
exactly.
exactly. That was-
no.
that was
I get
the-
it. I trust
the
me.
point.
I totally get it. I totally get what you were going for, and that's why people like it because it's almost like if you throw on virtual reality
Yeah.
goggles, it's almost like you're there smoking the cigar.
Exactly.
And you don't particularly need any words for that, right? Because
true.
if
It's
you're smoking a cigar by
self-explanatory.
yourself, you're not going to be sitting there like, this is delicious. I'm so.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
man.
I totally get what you're going for. So
The
if,
POV thing definitely was derived from porn. It came to mind because there's a lot of POV porn. I guess people like that. And
yeah.
when you unbox, I wanted people, when I'm doing the unboxing, I wanted you as the viewer to feel like you're opening this box yourself. You're looking at this cigar. You're taking it out of the wrapper and you're exploring this gorgeous, beautiful cigar. And that was an important element to me. So if we were to do a collab, I think you would want to show your face because you bring humor to everything you do. Because every time I watch your videos, I laugh my ass off. So that's what I wanted to bring that element into my videos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly in love with my face or anything, but I think sometimes you can be more expressive. When you see the face.
Yeah,
and when I talk
exactly.
about cigars, I'm usually sound like I'm talking about like an old boat that I'm in love with or something.
So that's important. Those facial
Yes,
expressions
yeah,
are
yeah.
key.
Mhm.
Plus, when you're getting when you're a joke, telling a joke, you want people to see your face.
And speaking of those videos, we hit on this a little bit before the show. So I told you this, but I want to tell our viewers. So it's like I do a video, right, where
Right.
I did 2 of them over this last month. I did the history of Partagas and the history of Cohiba.
Those were great videos,
Yeah,
by
which
the
are
way.
both like 20 minutes long.
Fantastic.
And
Don't stop. Oh, can I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure.
Don't stop. Continue doing what you're doing. You know, Steve Jobs said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." I got to give you that same advice. Don't stop, because nobody knows Instagram's algorithm. Nobody knows YouTube's algorithm. But I think eventually it's gonna pick you up. It's gonna like you, and I think it's gonna take off. Your videos are awesome, dude.
No, man.
And
that's so
anybody,
sweet.
if you guys haven't, I'm talking to you listeners, if you haven't watched Artie's NYC Know Your Cigars videos, those are the best videos online, hands down,
Wow,
period,
what
right
the hell,
now.
Man, you're making me. I'm about to cry. About to cry. Thank you very much. But
It's
again,
true.
this is what I wanted to get at. So it's like so today I posted these Cohiba Siglo ones that we just smoked, right?
Yeah.
And they were, you know, they got like maybe 200 likes or something, maybe 150 in like an hour,
Yeah.
2 hours, whatever. Great, right?
Right.
And then I would post a video like NYC, and it would get like 100 likes over the course of like a week.
So videos and posts are different.
I know.
I don't claim to know Instagram's algorithm. I don't think, honestly, if anybody tells you they know Instagram's algorithm, they're lying through their teeth.
Well, I know
Nobody knows
Instagram's
the algorithm.
You-
Only like the people that work there know it.
Bikinis.
Bikinis, yes.
That'll
Naked
give
girls.
you 1 million likes.
Yeah, that's killer right there. But I think with videos, what's happening is people start watching your video and they forget to like it. So I think when you're posting videos, don't look at the likes, look at the views. Views are a lot more important. When it comes to videos. Yes, when you post a picture, you're looking for likes. But if you're posting a video, as long as you're getting the views, it's fine. A lot of my videos also, I'm very disappointed in the amount of likes
Yeah.
that I get. But sometimes the Instagram algorithm picks it up, and some videos take off and do very well.
And you know, another thing is how thorough. You know, how thorough should I be? Your videos are approximately like 3 to 5 minutes each.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
maybe
tend
a
to
bit
stay
more
around
if
3 to 5.
there's something.
Yeah, if there's something special,
Something special,
it might
there's a
be
little longer.
maybe 6 minutes.
So like the news ones I do, like the last one was 3 minutes, and that I think was good. 3 minutes is
perfect.
good.
It was perfect.
The NYC videos,
You don't want to drag it on.
they're like 20 minutes though because I go in. you
Well,
know?
that's all right. So that's an educational thing. So as long as you're teaching the audience something, you can go on. Just don't drag it on. Don't be redundant, of
Yeah.
course. You know, as long as it's educational and you're sticking to a point and you're not just talking just for the sake of it. You're not running the clock. Basically.
Well, what do you think? Do you think because a big part of the time is spent just going over the cigars that are released. You know,
Okay.
the history of the cigars.
Okay.
This year this came out. This year this was released. This year this was released.
So don't leave any space in between those two, right?
No.
You
I-
say, this Siglo 1 released this year, and then jump straight to Siglo 2. Don't say, oh, and the next cigar was Siglo 2, and then after that, Siglo 3. That's dragging
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
You want to jump quick.
But what? So you think it's still? I should still leave it in there because I'm thinking like, you know, maybe talk about the history of the company, but do people really care about
Well, I
every
don't-
single like? I did Partagas, and Partagas is one of the oldest cigar
Yeah.
companies.
I saw you went through all 898 and all of them. I wasn't bored by it because I like learning that stuff, and I enjoy watching that. But I do see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But didn't you lump if certain things were
Yeah,
released
if
at
the
once, you lumped it
series,
together?
a series, yeah, like the Siglos, yeah. But
So you
Partagas,
didn't get boring.
no,
with
no.
it.
But Partagas is tough. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I did the pre-1960s, the post-1960s.
Yeah. So that I
see
think
it.
that's cool.
So
the way
that
you
leave
did
that
it.
in, yeah, because that's the part that I
Listen,
always think
I like it. I don't know.
like if you're watching a video and it's like the guy's like, okay, and then this came out, and then this came out,
Well, you did the
and
bloopers.
then this came out.
So
Yeah,
the bloopers, I think that sealed the deal.
I
for
wanted to add
anybody.
it.
That's
I wanted to
hysterical.
add even more in because my cat kept fucking with me, man.
No,
So-
you don't want to overdo it. 'cause
So usually, like when I'm rolling, right, I clean up my station,
Uh-huh.
and then I put my cat in the bathroom so he can't get out, and then I roll because you don't want fucking animals anywhere near
the
you when you're
tobacco,
rolling,
yeah,
right?
You don't want to
'Cause-
smoke cat hair.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So, but when I'm filming, it's like fuck it, right? I'm not gonna leave him in the bathroom. So this motherfucker like jumps on my lap, jumps behind the chair, you know, starts like scratching shit.
I love the bloopers.
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
funny.
No, that's-
And I like the way you put them. You didn't put them at the end. You put them like in the video. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're saying what you have to say, and then boom, it cuts to a blooper.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved it.
It's just you know, I got that from YouTube actually. There's a guy there's some guys that do that like in the middle of the videos they add like a little bit like something, they drop something,
Yeah.
something falls
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
it always makes me
Yeah,
fucking laugh like
yeah, it's
this
funny.
fucking dunce.
Bloopers are always
yeah
funny.
so that's kind of where I got that from.
It's hard to keep the audience's attention, especially like if it gets to like you're always taking the chance that whatever you're doing or whatever you're saying is taking you way too long to do it.
Yeah.
And that could mean a second. That could be just 1 second, and that's it. You lose the audience's attention. Why do you think Howard Stern is so successful?
Yeah.
He doesn't dwell on one thing for too long.
Yeah,
he
he
cuts to things real quick. He moves through every issue. Like, he'll be talking about like something in the news. He won't spend more than 30 seconds on it because he knows he's going to lose his audience's interest. And that's extremely important, and that's his key to success, and I think that'll be your key too. Like, don't stick to something too long and keep it funny.
So here's the thing. When I start like the NYC videos, they're like I have maybe like 45 to 50 minutes of footage.
Yeah, you got.
And I end with like 20 something.
Yeah.
Right? And just that's just there's a lot of stuff that I like, okay, maybe I should not have this part. Or maybe I should take
if you're
this part.
questioning it, take
yeah,
it out.
yeah, you know what I mean? But also at the same time you're like I'm doing an informational historical history type video. You want to kind of you don't want to cheat the listener out of information, right? So you're like, maybe I should. It's a tough balance. I'm still learning it because I've only done 2 of these.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna get the hang of it. It's gonna come second nature. It's
but
gonna become cookie cutter.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it just because I get a lot of positive feedback, which pisses me off just a bit. Tell
Why
me,
is that?
because I want more constructive criticism. Everybody's sucking my dick as if I'm a perfect human being and I've never made a mistake in my life, and that's why I'm only getting like 500, 600 views. I need more
people understand you're just starting out, and if you're just starting out, you're giving an excellent product for your first few videos. It's good,
and I appreciate that. I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, but I feel like I can't do nothing with that except boost my ego a little bit.
I guess you're right.
There's one of my buddies, my buddy Jay. He told me first he told me like a really great review of one of my videos, and then he's like, but I didn't like your background. So I changed the background, and he was right.
Yeah,
it looked
he
great.
was right.
Yeah, the background looked
that.
way better. Instead of like my bookshelf, it's like all my humidors. I literally moved my whole desk around just so I can have it facing my humidor, so I could have a backdrop.
It looks much better now.
I know, yeah, because it's like
it
looks like a cigar.
Yeah,
it's got like
you're like in a cigar room now.
I got my antique humidors in the back.
I saw the winter winador.
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed this, motherfucker, because you never commented on this, but every single video right behind me is your goddamn sticker.
Yeah, on the
right
humidor.
behind my head.
Of course.
Right behind my head.
I just figured you got tired of me pointing it out, so I just don't mention it anymore.
No. I do, but at the same time, when I edit the videos, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, look at that.
I'm there in spirit.
Yeah, he's there.
I'm always with
right
you.
behind me.
I'm
so,
like a cheerleader.
Yeah, and you know what? So I got to say, after our last show, I took a lot of things that you said. I don't know if you've noticed this, but
What's that?
for instance, now I use iMovies.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. And
how do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah. What were you using before?
I was using Premiere.
Premiere? I'm not familiar.
No,
with
but
Premiere.
that's Adobe Premiere. That's
okay.
That's the Photoshop
you like
shit.
iMovie more?
Well, okay. It's like
it's easy. It's user
yes,
friendly.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's simpler to do, but there's some things you just cannot do.
You can't. Yeah, it's limited.
And I don't know. It's
yeah, it limits
tough.
you. You definitely if you're trying to make like a super ultra high tech movie, it's the wrong place for that. It's for very simple short videos and to get your point across. You're not gonna have like how you see Instagram videos. Sometimes somebody's jumping off something like, and there's like these lighting effects like and an outline around the body and it's. You can't do that on iMovie.
You need After Effects for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like for instance, here's something. And maybe I just don't know how to do it. But you can put text on the screen.
You can.
But you can only put one.
Yeah, it sucks a little bit with the text.
With one piece
You're
of text.
limited.
If you want to, I could put a picture on the screen.
So you can,
but I can only put one picture.
You could put it direct center of the screen,
or
bottom left,
or
or bottom right.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like if I want to do a picture, I can only put one picture.
Not true at all. You could put as many as you want. And you can also put a picture in picture.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Picture in picture. I can only do one at a time.
Oh, yes. Picture in picture.
Because it tells me there is an overlay. Yeah. So I mean, as far as editing the videos, I
you could do a split screen though.
Split screen as well. Yeah. Then there's also one that's green screen. Did you see that option?
I did not know.
Yeah. If you do that, it's picture in picture, cutaway, slideshow, and then green screen. And I actually have a green screen, so I want to test that shit out.
You got to play with it.
Yeah, my next video is gonna be in the middle of a tobacco field in Cuba.
Hey guys, I'm in Cuba.
Hey, look at this.
Oh, look, Fidel Castro's walking by.
That would be hilarious, right? Why not?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I've been doing dumb shit already, so I might as well try that out.
So tell me about this. Why did you jump all over Avo? You know, they're not the first to do that. A lot of brands do that.
Yeah,
over and over.
But this, but this one was it seemed to me very malicious.
Yeah,
especially because I find it very pretentious that they like expose themselves.
So look at this. I get these emails from Davidoff saying Avo is doing this crazy release. This is huge. This is like the biggest event.
I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Let me just tell, because we're jumping right into this, but I want to explain exactly what we're talking about. People might not know. So Avo recently released the Unexpected line, which had like a yellow band. I don't remember, a tradition, moment.
I don't remember. Either.
Whatever. They have all these like names, and what people found out later is that all these cigars were actually just rebanded lines, like the classic line, the heritage line, the domain line, and the XO line. It's
basically a scheme to sell more cigars. They just slapped a different band. I guess the sales on those slowed down, so they're like, you know what? Let's just slap new bands on them. Make it exciting.
But then there was a Cigar Dojo podcast or some shit. I forgot what it's called. It's whatever.
I don't know either.
And one of the guys, Davidoff guys, was there, and he outed himself pretty much. He was like, "Yeah."
You think it was an accident?
No.
Oh no.
No. He even made a quote like, the way that you vision the cigar changes the way it tastes, or some bullshit.
So
like,
basically,
here's
the exact same cigar you've been smoking. We put a new band on it. So just because we put a new band on it, it might taste
exactly.
a little different.
No, he says because you don't have any preconceptions or some bullshit.
So in your video, you put the old cigar next to the new one with the new band. They look a little different.
They do, but you got to understand, I don't own either of those cigars, so I had to take everything off the internet, and the different sources that I used have different lighting, different photographs.
All right, that makes sense.
So that's the only reason. I just put them side by side, just just so people can have a perspective of what the old one.
So Davidoff sent these emails saying, Avo's coming out with this brand new cigar. I didn't think anything of it because I can't tell you I don't smoke Avo that much. I've smoked it a few times, and each time it was a gift from someone. So I really didn't pay too much attention to it. But then when you did the video, I'm like, these guys, this is what they've been emailing. This is what they're making a big deal of. They're re-releasing a cigar.
Yeah, but okay, it's not always bad, right? So re-releasing a cigar that came out many, many years ago.
How long ago did these come out?
These came out like what, this year? The Unexpecteds?
No, not the Unexpected. The older ones, the ones that.
I have no idea. No? I guess I'll find out when I do the Avo video.
But look, I could understand. Let's say, for example, just hypothetically, right? If Cohiba were to re-release, their first cigar ever, and say, look, we're doing, we're changing things up. We're re-releasing this cigar. Everybody loves it. It creates some excitement. I don't think Avo had that kind of following.
But that's not even it. All those cigars that they're all in the stores. None of them are re-released. They're all already. Right. You can buy them.
So where's the maliciousness?
The maliciousness is it's not. It's more of like that's exactly the maliciousness. The fact that
you just don't like the way the company went about it. They're sitting right side by
side. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So basically, you think it's malicious because they think the customer's a sucker.
Yeah. If you watch the video, I think I make that very clear.
Yeah.
So here's. Let me give you an example of rebranding done right. Okay. So there's a cigar called the Consigliere. I believe CAO makes it. Have you had it?
I have not.
It's quite delicious. It's nothing crazy, but it's. I was happy with it.
Okay.
I have a couple at home that I let sit around. Just because, like I said, they're not bad. They're good on a rainy day, but they also have an interesting story. So when The Sopranos was on HBO, they had a cigar that was like they collaborated with CAO called The Boss.
Okay.
And in The Sopranos, whenever they had cigars, that was what they smoked.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but then The Sopranos ended, right? So their contract ended. So they had this this blend, this cigar, but they couldn't.
This Boss cigar.
Yeah, Boss. So what they did is they rebranded it as the Consigliere and put it out again.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
That does sound like
that's fucking awesome.
Not malicious.
I sold a ton of those Consiglieres just with that story. Yeah, when I used to work in Monte Cristo. Yeah, but this shit is just. And you're asking like, where's the maliciousness?
I see.
Look, they kind of outed themselves, so I can't say that they're not being honest. But first of all, I mean,
you have to give them credit for that.
Yeah. But it's not like they released them with that information.
Oh, it came out after.
It came out during the Cigar Dojo podcast.
Yeah.
And
were you listening?
No.
Oh, you just found out after.
I was browsing cigarcoop.com.
Yeah.
It's
so you mentioned
news
that,
outlet, and I saw
the
article.
Where you get your news?
Sometimes. So actually, this other Instagram user named F-Bomb Cigars.
Right, you mentioned him too
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
video.
yeah. I saw the original, like, link to the article on his page.
Got it.
And then I went over to their page and I read it. And then I was like, I gotta
These
make
guys,
I gotta
can't
make a
believe they're
fucking
doing
video
this.
about this. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, this is because I was really happy because I was like, oh, I just get to just shit on these guys. Like I get to
well,
make.
Davidoff owns Alba.
Yeah. I get to make faces and
this
shit.
is-
Yeah,
this
because
is
I was
Davidoff.
genuinely pissed. Like I knew I felt the fucking the dark side of the force within me. You know what I mean? Like rising.
I mean, I understand what you're feeling, but it's nothing new. Companies do this over and
so
over.
I posted this shit on Reddit, and that's what a lot of people wrote. A lot of people wrote like, this is nothing new, and it you're right, it is nothing new. But the reason I did it is just because, not everybody is in the know.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I would have never known
yeah,
if I wouldn't have watched your video. I would have never
Yeah,
known.
people. I feel like it's something like if it's worth mentioning, that's when I get inspired to make a video about it.
And your conspiracy theory.
Yeah. I don't know.
Artie does this thing in his video where he does. He rubs his hand together and goes nya 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 nya.
Yeah,
it's hysterical.
It's like
It's so funny. Don't ever stop doing that. But yeah, your videos are great.
What people
man.
want me to do that I used to do back in the day when I used to do the Instagram like story reviews is I used to do a spin.
Yeah, and
in
your humidor.
Yeah, like,
and
do a little dance. Yeah.
That was funny.
So
I like that.
so we had after our last show, right?
Yeah.
I had a couple of guys start following you, that listened to it.
Right.
And then you had some Instagram story. First of all, your Instagram stories are always full as fuck. Like, I imagine you all
I
day
gotta
just
take it
Instagram
easy.
stories. No, I mean, it's a good way to stay on top of that, bar of all the people. Like, whenever I open
don't-
that shit up, you're always there.
So I don't post that often in my feed, right? I only post once a day because I don't want to clutter my feed. I keep it to once a day. So if I come across something along the day or anything at all, I'm not going to put it in my feed. I'm going to put it in my story. And there was a lot of cool stuff that happened recently that I felt belonged in my story.
So apparently, like, so I didn't even realize this, but my friend messaged me and he's like, "Yo, who's this guy? He's at something with a bunch of rappers. Jim Jones? No, what did you say?
So Fabulous was
Fabulous,
there.
yeah.
Meek Mill,
Meek
DJ
Mill, that's
Khaled, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, was there. And a couple of other also very famous people.
Okay, so what the fuck was that?
So, all right, Jay-Z and his mom were having a charity. He has this charity. They were having an event for Jay-Z and his mom. They have a charity where they send underprivileged kids to college. And they actually did really well. They raised $6 million at this one gala. So we went there. Jay-Z smoked cigars. All his buddies smoked cigars. And they had this, like, blackjack tournament. It was a runaway success. So my friend, he works with those guys. He's very close with Jay-Z and all those people.
I see.
And he's a longtime friend of mine, and he invited me. I was lucky enough to get invited. I had to get a tuxedo and everything, get all dressed up, and I went to this event, and I'm like, I gotta get this on camera.
Yeah.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life,
yeah.
dude. When else am I ever gonna be? Or I've never been in a room with so many celebrities. First of all, just Jay-Z and Beyonce alone, they're a force. Those two.
Yeah, but you got to understand something. This is very important. Okay,
Right.
When you post like cigars, boxes, when you do videos of boxes of cigars, like every other day, that's worth like thousands of dollars, right? And then you post a video like that on your stories, and then like 3 days
go to
later,
St.
you're in
Bart's.
fucking France or some. I don't know where the fuck
I
you
was
were.
in St. Bart's.
Yeah, you were. Is that islands? What is that?
It's an island in the Caribbean.
Yeah, you're chilling in the Caribbean
Yeah.
every day. I'm guessing that was your hotel room. Same goddamn picture.
I'm really modest, man. I'm a very
I can
humble
tell.
guy.
Yeah, so now people, right, and specifically you like the whole mystery thing, which I dig. I get it. In the beginning, I also thought about not, exposing myself, but then I was like,
I like
fuck
the
it.
mystery.
That's like but for me it was like,
It just so happened that all these things just happened in such a short period. Look, I haven't, I'm not going to be posting anything.
but
this
dude, it makes it
weekend.
look like
It
you
does.
are some sort of like you're
I didn't realize till you mentioned it.
like
I,
Blazarian's like
yeah, like I'm
cousin or
I'm Dan
some shit.
Bilzerian
Yeah.
or something. So yeah, I realize now how it may come off. I'm really not that person, but it just so happened that I got really lucky. I got invited to this charity event, and then for Thanksgiving we had this family trip planned, and it just so happened that it was in this short period of time, and it looks really cool, and
No,
I
of
feel
course.
really special.
Yeah.
But it's not an everyday occurrence. I wish it was, but it's not, unfortunately.
I see.
Hopefully for New Year's I'll have some fun stuff to post. I plan on traveling a little bit, and I'll give you a little hint. It has to do with Fuente, so we'll see. I'm going somewhere. All right, I'm going to Vegas to Casa Fuente.
Oh, okay.
So-
No, yeah, because you were
But that's nothing crazy.
no, you told me you were heading to the West Coast.
I am.
I'm
definitely-
around
New Year's.
around New
Around
Year's.
New Year's for the holidays, like Christmas.
But
New
then
Year's.
when you said like I'm going Fuente, I thought you were going to the DR.
You ever been to Casa Fuente in Vegas?
No, but I heard about it.
It's amazing.
Yo, listen, okay. Now that we're on that topic, you got to bring me back one of those Casa Fuentes because
Yeah, done.
I heard things about it.
What'd you hear?
Some people say that it's great. Some
So
people
I
say
had a
it's
double
some people
Corona.
say it's overhyped.
So everybody told me it's great. Everybody's like, you got to try the Casa Fuente. You got to try the Casa Fuente. I get there. I had a little time on my hands. I'm like, you know what? Let me get the biggest one I could possibly get.
great
I get
size.
the double Corona.
Yeah.
I get the double Corona. Dude, this thing was plugged. Like sucking.
What?
It was like sucking a golf ball through a hose.
Listen.
Dude, it was terrible.
Okay, I've had
Terrible
opuses that blew up on me.
What do you mean blew up?
Like when you're smoking them and they turn into like the ash turns into like a flower.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I know exactly
It's
what
like
you're talking
the
about.
binder cracks and it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unfurls a little bit.
It's like a Pac-Man turns into like a Pac-Man.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
and then I've had
Dude.
opuses that just generally burn bad and tasted like shit, like burn too hot.
Maybe you store them bad, or
Yeah.
where you got them, they store them bad. That could be.
I think that's the
something.
one. But I've never had a plugged opus in my life.
So this wasn't an Opus. It was a Casa Fuente.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, but I heard that it's like
Yeah, it's the same.
I heard it's like the same shit.
But it was a different rapper because it was a completely. Just looking at it, you could tell it's a completely different rapper. I think it's Sumatra. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say, but I think that's what it was. But you could see it's different. It doesn't have that Cameroon like rapper that you used to see.
Some of those cigars in there have Sumatra filler.
Okay, all right. I like Sumatra.
I love Sumatra.
So
filler.
this thing it was beautiful. You know, I got two of them. I'm like, I'm gonna smoke one now and take one home. I couldn't get it. I hated it. I threw it out. I ended up getting like an Opus or something and smoking it because it was just that bad.
That's
It
so
was terrible.
crazy.
It was terrible. But I'm gonna go back this time. I'm gonna try like a Toro. I'm gonna go with a smaller size. This time.
So I had the same experience. Are you familiar with the Cohiba Macassar?
yes, I am.
Or is it Massacre? No, Macassar.
Macassar,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a type of wood or some shit.
I've never tried it, but
Yeah.
I've seen it.
So I did a review on this thing, and
Yeah.
this review was brutal.
Oh, you destroyed them.
Oh my god!
Nobody
'cause
likes
it-
Cohiba.
No. But
I mean non-Cuban Cohiba.
yeah. No, I do though.
You do?
I like.
You try the Spectre?
That's actually going to be one of the 5 cigars that I'm reviewing next.
I heard it's
I have,
horrible.
I have 3 of them. Which one? The 2019 or the 2018?
I don't know. It comes in the red tube. It's like a
Yeah,
$100 cigar.
Yeah. I have 3 of those.
You do?
2 of them I got for free. Can you believe it?
Oh wow, you got lucky. Well,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
that's right. You worked in retail, so
Yeah.
you got everything
Yeah.
for free. But everybody I've asked, everybody who's smoking this Spectre, they told me it's crap. Don't even bother.
I
Don't
had
waste your
somebody.
time, don't
I had
waste your money.
somebody that liked them so much that he bought 2 boxes.
Get out of town.
Yeah, and that's
Wow.
how I got 2
All
of
right,
them.
I have one at home. I
Yeah.
gotta take it for a spin.
I mean, it's apparently got 5 different country of origin, which is always very interesting.
yeah,
but-
that's not a bad thing.
It's also not a good thing.
Why is that?
Too
Too many flavors.
Too many,
mixing?
yeah. Too much going on. It's not always the best, you know.
I mean that's what makes that's what.
But again, I heard it was good. But it's one of my next 5 cigars. So I'm doing Bahique, I'm doing the Spectre, I'm doing the
which Bahique?
52.
Why don't you go for like a 54 maybe?
Well, my 54s I'm not smoking.
Oh, you're saving?
I have 54s that I've aged for a very, very long time. And
How old are they?
Oh, like 5 years.
5 years.
When,
All right, so
when I was in Germany, so I gotta do a little math.
all right, so you're doing the Bahique 52.
Yeah.
You're doing the Cohiba Spectre.
Yeah,
What else?
BBMF.
BBM. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's not worth the money. I'll
Yeah,
tell
well,
you that.
this is just the grand hitters, and then the 4th one I.
Try to remember, Artie. Come on, dig in that big old brain of yours. Should we cut to commercial?
No.
Artie?
It was something. It was some other like $80 or $100 cigar. I think it was a Davidoff.
You ever try Saka's Unicorn?
Which one?
The Unicorn, the $100 cigar that he has. It comes in.
Oh,
a
the
coffin.
Perfecto. No.
Yeah, the Perfecto.
So I've had the NLM THA.
That's good. That's a
Is
good
that
cigar.
isn't that the unicorn
No, that's
series?
the Lancero.
So the unicorn is a size.
NLMTHA. No, unicorn is
I thought that was a series of cigars.
no. All right, so it's the Vitola. It's its own release.
Mm-hmm.
It's he says it's tobacco that was extremely hard to find. It's $100 for one cigar, just one stick. It's related, I guess, to that line that you were just talking about, the Muestra de Saca line.
Yeah.
There must be some kind of relationship.
Oh, that's where I was confused. Muestra de Saca.
So this is the unicorn.
Yeah.
All right, so Muestra de Saca has the NMLTH, whatever, has the
You know
Nakatamali.
what that stands for?
Yeah, now leave me the hell alone. Yeah. And Nakatamali, and then there's another size, and then there's the unicorn. It's $100. I have one. I haven't smoking it yet because they're really not easy to find.
Yeah.
Aside from being stupid expensive, they're very rare. So it's I don't know. I thought you could add that to your list. Maybe tell us what you think about
No,
it.
I do not have one, unfortunately. Number 4 skips my mind. I think
it's an $80 cigar. Let's
is
see if we
some
can figure it
expensive
out.
shit. I gotta look in my
You
collection.
gotta go down the list. Is it Cuban?
Oh,
You got it. I think he figured it out, folks.
Partagas 150.
Ooh, that's a phenomenal cigar.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot. And then
fantastic.
number 5, which that's gonna be cigar number 100. That's gonna be my 100th review.
Oh yeah, what's that?
My 60-year-old Partagas.
60-year-old Partagas.
Yeah, I have a box of
Cuban?
Yeah,
No.
I have
Get out of town.
I have a box of Partagas from 1962.
Cheese and rice. That's
Okay.
amazing.
All right, time for a little anecdote. Ready?
Let's go.
No names, but I'm going to just give you the general. I don't want to blow up this guy's
Yeah.
spot. So a gentleman I knew who was a member in the club that I worked at, he was the vice president of appraisals at Sotheby's auction house.
Oh, you told me about this guy.
I did. Okay, well, now I'm sorry. Now they have to...
You never told me his name.
No,
but you told me
I
about
can't.
him.
So he pretty much... we used to trade Cubans all the time.
Mhm.
And he got them. I'm not going to say how, but through his work, right?
Mhm.
And vice president of appraisals at Sotheby's is like arguably one of the smartest dudes
Nah.
about just things in
You gotta
general.
know
Like
stuff.
yeah. This guy
You have to know history, value.
and
you
the
gotta
best
know.
part about this guy is that he loved it. He
I'm
loved
sure.
talking about it.
I'm
Like
sure.
the reason I have antique humidors and antique cutters and shit is because I
'Cause
would
of
buy
this guy.
them and I would send him pictures and he would tell me information about it.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. And
That's a good person to know.
and
too.
one day he gave me this. He's like, "Listen, I smoked 4 boxes of these, and I'm pretty much getting tired of them." And I realized he literally said that. He's like, "I'm giving them out to people I don't really like.
Huh?
So I'd rather just give the rest of the box to you because I know you'll hold on to it." And I'm
How
like,
many?
So I have 7 left. Yeah. So that's
amazing.
going to be, and I have never smoked one yet.
He also gave you a Cuban Davidoff, from what I understand.
No, that's not him.
Oh, that wasn't him.
No.
Oh,
The
you
Cuban
just got that
Davidoff. There's this
somewhere else?
other guy I've never met.
Who
I
just
know
gave
this-
you a Cuban Davidoff?
No, I bought that.
Oh,
I bought that. I
okay.
told you. I
Oh,
paid
okay.
$150
That's
for that.
right. That's right. Now I remember. You did.
Yeah, I told
said
you when
paid
you come back to the
$150.
States to hit,
Can you
hit
get
me
me
up.
one?
Yeah, I can talk to him. And but last time I spoke to him, he had the Dom Perignon, which is the big ones.
Oh my goodness.
Those are the big ones.
I
But
want
those
that.
Those will probably run you like $300. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah, after the show. After the show. No. But these just for people's perspective, Cuban Davidoffs. Davidoff left Cuba in '91. You can hear all about this if you watch my Cohiba video. Before he left Cuba, he burned 100,000 Cuban Davidoffs
in the street. You said.
Yeah. As his like kind of like breaking his contract with Cuba.
So
yeah. And so it's very, very, very hard to find them. So as soon as I saw one that was for sale, I did some research. You want to know where I bought it?
When? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say when or why?
Where?
Where?
Well, let's not where I bought it. Where I found the guy on eBay. He was
Wow.
selling antique shit, and then I found him on Instagram,
Oh wow.
and then we started. Yeah. And he's actually in New York.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so you met up with him? and
Yeah.
You guys...
Dude, this guy literally sent me Cohiba Lancero, like from the 80s.
Oh my god.
Dude, he has all this crap.
That
I
sounds
can't
amazing.
afford it, but you can.
Huh?
So
Hey.
take it to the Barbados or wherever the fuck you chill. And no, I mean if you it's important. It's important if you love cigars enough to throw up that kind of money, it's important
Well-
because it's part of history.
Absolutely.
It's super important to
Totally
know
agree.
exactly what the fuck was going on. And I
Absolutely.
know
Especially if you smoke cigars
it's-
and you care about the cigar culture.
it's
important.
it's a lot of money,
It is.
right?
It
But
is.
these kind of experiences cost money.
We actually spoke about this on your first episode.
Yeah,
We
but
spoke about pre-embargoes and
yeah,
all that
now
stuff.
I'm not saying that these cigars, like let's say you buy a Dom Perignon from him from
I
the
need that Dom
1980
Perignon.
whatever. I'm not saying it'll be the best. It might not even be the best.
How do you know it's
Davidoff
real?
Research. I mean, what else am I going to tell you? You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, that band has to be aged like crazy. It has to be
it's
brown, practically.
Brown.
Okay,
yes,
good.
the cellophane. You mean?
Because if that band, not just the cellophane, the band
check
too.
the band. Yeah,
well,
I never
Davidoff
took it out
bands
of
are
it.
white. They shouldn't be anymore.
If
they've been hugging a cigar for 30 years, they shouldn't be white anymore.
Okay. There's something I'll check. I will tell
brownish, light brownish, yellowish.
I will tell you this much though. Again, you know, like okay. So look at this.
What am I looking at?
I wear this necklace all the time.
Yeah, there's two tubes
It's
and a
two
ring.
vials and a ring,
Yeah.
right? This vial has a little bit of dust from a meteorite
Okay.
that originated from Mars.
Wow.
This one has a bit of dust from a meteorite that originated from the moon.
Wow.
And the ring has a fossil from a Tyrannosaurus rex and a Velociraptor in two bands.
Okay.
And the center band is from a meteorite that originated from the asteroid belt.
Okay.
How can I prove that any of this
Never.
is real?
You can't.
I can't. But what I do have is about 4 booklets this thick of
you do your
documentation
research.
about the rock that it came from. You know, a stamp of approval.
So did you, while you were doing your research, did you find anything where you would question the authenticity of this meteorite or your?
Oh well,
Your ring?
Well, the guy where I got the ring from was a jeweler that was very well known. He works for Tiffany's, but what he did is he does his own unique jewelry on the side.
So where does he get meteorites?
You know, there's dealers.
Sources,
He has a guy that sources him not just meteorites but fossils. And he's like, it comes with a booklet that tells you all that information. And then, you know, you got these two, right? These two also come with booklets with a picture of the meteorite that they were shaved off from. Cool. Plus, the source that I got it from is, you know, like BBB accredited, all that jazz.
So basically, long story short,
Research.
you got to do your research.
That's.
So
I mean, maybe I'm carrying around goddamn Coney Island sand and a bunch of dirt rocks from fucking Bronx.
Hey, I
or
know
some
that
shit.
sand. That's from Brighton Beach.
Exactly, right? That's possible.
I know.
The only
you
thing
got to do your
yeah.
research.
So and with this guy, he just seemed really legit. He had really, really good reviews. Everything added up, and I wanted it.
So
you know.
Did you smoke any of them yet?
Nope.
Mm-hmm. So when you smoke, you'll probably also find out a little bit of.
Well, the Davidoff, I don't know. The Davidoff is I will smoke the Davidoff when I get another Davidoff.
Ooh.
That's how it is for me right now.
We got to find them.
Yeah, the Partagas though, I have 7 of them.
I wouldn't even know where to look for it. Like I don't trust people so much that I wouldn't even know where to start looking for a Cuban Davidoff, because my first thought is that this guy is trying to scam me. He's selling me a J.C. Newman with a Cuban Davidoff band on it. Basically, I just don't, especially in the cigar industry where you come across so many fake cigars, and so often I just don't trust people where,
you know,
I don't know.
Here's the honest.
I'm sorry to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
If let's say, for example, there's in London there's a cigar shop
Yeah.
where Winston Churchill used to go to. It's called James Fox.
Yeah.
J.J. Fox. James J. Fox.
Uh-huh.
Now, if they said this is a Cuban Davidoff, I would take their word for it, because that cigar shop has a serious reputation, and if they're saying this is a Cuban Davidoff, you could take that to the bank. Now, if I was buying it there, and they would charge, so you're saying you could get it for $150? I bet they wouldn't take less than $1,000 for it, because everything over there is stupid expensive.
Well, it depends the
year. So if I was buying it there, I would rely on it, and I would believe them.
Yeah.
It's tough here in the States for me to believe that I'm buying a real Cuban.
Well,
Davidoff.
again, I totally feel you. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like for me, I think doing the proper research, taking the risk is better than not taking the risk.
I agree.
Right?
I totally agree.
Because, you know...
You gotta take
Well,
risks.
okay, first of all, think about it this way, right? I looked up all the stuff, did all the research, and then I paid the guy. I didn't meet up with him. He mailed it to me, even though he lives in New York, which is fine.
So
and
signs,
it looked good.
All signs point to it being legit.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, first of all, the way it was packaged, like it was as if it was like a vial of blood that could save like 1 million people's lives.
Wow!
Like he put like 6 layers of bubble wrap. He put like foam. He put.
Oh, so he was trying to protect this.
Dude, he went
obvious.
in.
Okay.
It was like this shit. I'm like 300
All right,
pounds.
that's an indicator.
I
that
could
it's
body
real.
slam this box, and that cigar would probably be fine.
All right, so that's a huge indicator that it's real. Because if it wasn't real,
I mean, it was. You got to understand, this cigar is like Panatella.
Yeah.
It's small.
Oh, it's thin. Yeah.
Yeah. So and the box for it was like, big box full of foam and so
he was protecting it.
Yeah. Plus, again, the guy just he posts them regularly on his Instagram, and again, it's just I took the risk. I'm happy. For now, I'm happy with it because
you know what? Most likely, it's legit.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at pictures of bands, the old Davidoff bands. I looked at the color of the lettering and the
it matches up.
Yeah, everything looks good, right?
So that's it. I think you're good.
Yeah, I mean,
just beware of tobacco beetles. I recently had one.
Oh, well, yeah, we got 5 minutes. Let's talk about these fucking beetles.
So yeah, congratulations are in order. But yeah, I had a tobacco beetle last week. I'm devastated, man. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know what the craziest thing is about having a tobacco beetle? Everybody becomes an expert on tobacco beetles when when you post it on Instagram. Dude, I had people messaging me all over the place. But there was actually one person who I trusted what he's saying. He's from La Casa del Habano in Switzerland, and he told me, he's like, well, everybody unanimously agrees that you have to freeze your cigars. But I have a lot of cigars. I don't have a freezer big enough to freeze them all. And freezing just the ones that had the tobacco beetle in the box was pointless because I'm probably going to smoke those really quick, and just try to get it over with. Get that box over with. Freezing my other cigars is just not realistic. I don't have a walk-in humidor.
You freeze them when you get them?
I do not, no. Why, you freeze your cigars when you get them?
Hell yeah, man.
And it doesn't affect the taste?
No.
I don't know, man. I don't like the whole freezing thing. I'm not into it.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
It's not about what you like. It's about what you need to do to stay safe. And you learn that lesson the hard way.
So you think just because you froze it, you're going to avoid tobacco beetles?
Absolutely, 100%. It kills the eggs. It kills the beetles.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, overnight, man. Overnight. And I swear the next day they'll be as if you never put them in the You got a couple of pointers. Number one, make sure so when I get them from My Havanas, they come like sealed.
Right.
That's how I put them in.
Sealed. Vacuum sealed?
Yeah, vacuum sealed because whatever. You don't want anything in the fridge.
Yeah, of course.
You don't want
it, absorbing any flavors or anything.
Yeah, when I take it out, I open them. They're hard as fuck. They still they don't smell that much, but after a day,
they're back to
good
normal.
to go.
I
good
guess
to go.
maybe I got.
It's super important, and you know what?
But
do you know what I think you should do? Now, listen. I know this seems a little weird for you. Here's my suggestion: get a not a fucking Ziploc. Tupperware or some shit.
Okay.
Tupperware, really good one.
Okay.
Throw a couple of cigars in there and freeze them.
Okay, and see how they taste.
And see what happens. And I promise you, it's nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, not right away. Give them like a day.
Yeah,
right? Because freezing is
super
super
if you take them
important.
out of the freezer and smoke them right away, they're gonna taste like crap.
I don't know. I've never done it, but they. Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't taste good.
Yeah. Again, I mean, if freezing your cigars ruins them. I have a ton of fucked up cigars in my house right now. You know what I mean?
I think I've tried one of your cigars, and I can't say that it was bad at all.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta do it. I haven't been freezing them because I guess when I froze a cigar one time and I took it out, I shouldn't have smoked it like right after I took it out of the freezer. I should probably give it a few days.
And also, again, remember the most important thing is that you got to really make sure that you separate it from everything else in the fridge, like Tupperware or seal something serious. You don't want it to just. You
got to keep it away from the ice cream and
exactly,
the waffles and everything.
I
get it.
And on that note, I think we need to round this up.
Dude.
All right, guys.
I was just getting warmed up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Artie the Cigar Guy. You guys can find me at Ashhole NYC. That's ASHHOLE NYC, and the same thing on YouTube. Post, tell them where they can find you.
On YouTube, I'm just Post Alone. It's not that easy to find, but just type in Post Alone Cigars. You should be able to find me. And on Instagram, I am at @I_post_alone, at @IPostAlone.
Yeah, make sure you check out his videos and keep an eye on both of those channels. You might see a collaboration coming soon.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This has been
Artie.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You coming back?
Absolutely.
Nice. All right. See you guys. Good night. I love cigars. Blah, blah, blah.